Hello, I'm Kara O'Donnell, host of County Board Wrap-Up, our monthly deep dive into the recent actions by the County Board with County Board Chair Libby Garvey and, of course, one of her fellow board members. This month, in addition to our chair, we are joined by Arlington's newest County Board member, Takis Karantonis, who was sworn in earlier this month after winning the special election that was called to fill the seat of board member Eric Gutschall, who passed in April. Takis, welcome to the board and welcome to County Board Wrap-Up.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. That's my very first time. In my first week almost, yeah.
I was going to say,
for you,
first 8 days.
There's nothing going on these days.
Right. It's nice and slow. You'll be able to ease your way into it. But Takis, let's start off just kind of giving us a little bit about you. Tell the viewers a little bit about yourself and what led you to run for this county board seat and a little bit about your background.
So my name is Takis Karantonis. So if that sounds Greek to you, now you know it is. So I'm born in Greece. I left that country when I was 16 years old. I've been an immigrant the rest of my life. I came to the United States about just a couple of years before the turn of the century. Initially in Houston, I met my wife, Lida. We got married. We went then on to Tennessee, and then we landed here in the Washington, D.C. area and in Arlington about the late 2006. So I'm an economist by training and by passion. I've been also a planner. I love local government and municipal politics and policy. Arlington was a very welcoming place for me and for my wife. So we got engaged very, very, very early in Arlington civic life. This was a very welcoming place, and really a place that welcomes a stranger in all possible dimensions of this phrase. So I enjoyed working for a very, very long time. This is where I got to meet Eric Gutschall, with whom we were very good friends. And I'm talking today from his office, basically. So this was a tragic few months at the beginning of the year, a shocking evolution, a shocking turn of events. So I lost a very dear friend. That gets to me still. It's a very emotional thing. And that was at the beginning of deciding to run for his seat and to end his term. We had very many things in common, starting with a very strong commitment in listening, bringing a new level of listening in Arlington, listening to everybody, and wanting to transform Arlington in a place that really engages all Arlingtonians without exception. It's easier said than done. I understand that. And my colleagues on this county board and previous board members have tried very, very hard to advance that holistic idea of Arlington. And I hope to do my part and contribute my part to this. So that's a very short description of how we came to be here today.
Well, I know, Takis, that when you and I first met, you were working with the Columbia Pike Revitalization Organization. But now, as you step into this role on the county board, what are some of your priorities as you step into Eric's shoes, as you mentioned, and ride out his term? What are some of the priorities that you have on your docket?
So the very first priority right now is the priority that affects all Arlingtonians every day, every single moment. That affects you and Madam Chair and me and everybody who's looking right now. This is how we get out of COVID, out of the COVID crisis, how we keep our community whole, how we make sure that we attend the needs of our most vulnerable citizens, those who still have issues with, who are on food assistance, who are on housing assistance, who have issues with health and with employment. All these things are really the very first priority. This is the absolute decision horizon right now. And then, of course, we have the bread and butter and very specific policies. We talk about housing. This is one of my very high priorities, transportation, about the environment in Arlington. These are real priorities, but COVID comes first, and COVID is what right now takes all the oxygen and all the energy of the board.